After almost 27 years in prison, Johnny Tallbear is now a free man. He had a lot to say when he left the courtroom today, mostly attributing all of this to God.
The ball and chain's still in there somewhere, so I'm so relieved from this.
Relieved to be out of those chains. Some of Johnny Tallbear's first words following a judge's ruling declaring him a free man.
There's a lot of things that shouldn't have been going on that's happening. And we need judicial reform and prison reform.
Tallbear was convicted for the 1991 murder of a transient after an eyewitness claims he saw two men fighting with a third, one of them Tallbear, near Reno and South Walker, where the victim's body was found.
Mr. Tallbear was convicted based on an eyewitness identification of a gentleman who was about a football field away at dusk. He saw two men beating another man on the ground, and that is all he saw.
But now, Tallbear's attorneys with the Innocence Project say new DNA testing disproves that. One of several cases of alleged botched DNA evidence during the early 90s by forensic analyst Joyce Gilchrist.
It showed that there were two men present at the crime scene in blood, and those men were not Mr. Tallbear.
Still have an eyewitness that identified Mr. Tallbear, but based on the fact that the DNA evidence seems to controvert the forensic evidence that was presented to the jury, there's a reasonable probability the jury could have made a different decision.
The prosecution still maintains there's a chance Tallbear is guilty, but based on the new evidence, they agreed to his release. A big day for Tallbear, who gave all of the glory to God.
Every morning I ask God, what can I do for you today, God? And when you know this heart, with your heart, mind, body, and soul, God will use you, each and every one of you. No matter how big your calling is or how small your calling is, do your calling because God is using you.
At the Oklahoma County Courthouse, Jessica Bruno, Oklahoma's News 4.